Hey there, Aquarius. Welcome or welcome back to Stars Online Tarot YouTube channel and the Lucky Stars community. Cat Star here, and today we're just going to see what messages need to come through for you. This is a timeless reading. Timeless meaning no matter when you come across this message and it resonates with you, it is for you. As a reminder, my readings are for entertainment and are general in nature. They may or may not resonate for everybody, so please do take what is for you and leave what isn't. For those of you liking and sharing the videos, thank you so much. It does help others to be able to see these messages that might not otherwise. I also want to give a huge shout out to all the new and returning viewers and subscribers. Thank you all so much for being here. I truly appreciate each and every one of you. All right, we're going to go ahead and get into the reading here in just a moment. We're just going to see, Aquarius, what messages need to come through, what some of you or many of you, the collective, may need to hear, and what insights, what information Spirit would like to provide, okay? So we're going to go ahead and start out here with the Mystical Shaman Oracle. Now, this is one that I don't use very often. Woo! So I will be reading from the book, okay, on that one. And let's get a few tarot cards. That is way too many. We do have the past, so something from the past may be coming through for you, Aquarius. Let's see what else. All right. Also, you probably see that this nail is short. I did break that nail right before I started doing the readings, but I have decided, again, now we have the future, so past and future, but that's too many. I did decide to finish doing the readings for this block. Since this is a timeless reading, it doesn't really matter when the block is, but before figuring out what to do with the rest of my nails, I know that that doesn't really matter. These ones are not playing very fair or very nice. So Aquarius, you may be noticing, ooh, there we go, that's something, the Hermit, we just had the Hermit in another recent reading, interesting, that somebody or something may not be playing very fair or very nice within your environment or around within your kind of energy sphere during this time, okay? So that might just be something for one or a few of you, but if that is something that you have been noticing, that somebody or something doesn't seem to be playing very nice or very fair, this reading will definitely have some information, some insights in it for you, okay? All right, interesting. So let's see. Let's do it this way. I have so many fuzzy things or whatever. All right. Oh, well, that one just wanted to come right out. So there we go. Actually, there's two. Interesting. We're going to leave those over. All right. So you have the Andean cross. Hopefully I'm saying that right. If not, then maybe you know how to pronounce that better and we'll know what that pronunciation is for you. The Andean cross. This is number 2. So number 2 showing up here pretty early here, Aquarius. So interesting. Let's see. I'm going to get the book open here to number 2, and I'm going to read this from the book here, okay? And it says the essence, the Andean or Andean cross represents the cosmology of the shaman. It depicts the 4 cardinal directions, the upper and lower worlds, and the steps to reach these realms. The hole in the center is a gateway to interdimensional travel, the proverbial eye of the needle we can all go through to experience higher states of awareness and wisdom, to break free of linear time. Interesting, okay? So the invitation is the Andean cross announces the start to a great journey. Of course it does. It's time to raise your gaze from the mundane day-to-day to that which until now has seemed beyond your grasp. Allow new wisdom to guide you and stop trying to make sense of it all before you respond with a resounding yes. Okay, Aquarius. So this is big picture. Some of you have been thinking about things in like small potatoes. terms, or just thinking about the potatoes and not the meat and potatoes and veggies possibly as well, right? Just thinking about small things and not the bigger picture. And or when something kind of shows up, you're trying to logical make logical sense of it before like jumping or taking the leap, or moving into that energy, or saying heck yes when it feels like a heck yes, right? Some of you have been shying away from that, but there is a big grand journey, or a grand gesture potentially even, that is going to be coming through, or that you are right on the edge of, Aquarius, that is going to be showing up. And Spirit really wants you to look at things more, right? Instead of just looking with tunnel vision, look more towards kind of this all encompassing, or this bigger picture. Okay, if it feels like this is actually going back to, Spirit's redirected me back to kind of that first energy, of that beginning energy, that it feels like, not playing fair or whatever. Um, that energy from the beginning of the reading here, Aquarius. This energy is energy that might be coming from you during this time. There may be this energy of not playing fair, but it's because you have decided. Now, this isn't like without integrity. This is all within integrity. But some of you have been playing small. Some of you haven't been, and you feel like life hasn't been fair. But now you're starting to see things that you get to kind of make the rules. You get to make decisions. Excuse me, that was a sneeze. Bless me and bless you here, Aquarius. um, I don't think I've ever sneezed in a reading or during a video before. That's interesting energy coming through there. So some of you may need to be releasing, blowing something out with a sneeze, right? That's releasing, supposedly, some people think that it's releasing like the toxins or buildup or whatever. So that may be what you are releasing. But within that as well, Aquarius, some of you are releasing this idea that everything has to be like very structured or by the rules, right? Almost like this not playing fair energy. It's not really about that, but you are a rebel, Aquarius. So during this time, there is a potential that some of you are really going to kind of start looking outside the box, looking at that bigger picture, doing things that feel just fun and feel amazing and feel like a heck yes again, right? Not seeing things just through that tunnel vision, like it always has been this way, it's always got to be this way, but seeing outside the bigger picture, moving out of that and moving into that more almost whimsical energy. Okay, now you also have the Hermit coming in here. And the Hermit is coming in with this energy of really, some of you have been really inward focused and really looking at things almost too deep. And so the energy coming through is that you're moving out of that, Aquarius, and you're moving into this more vast energy, instead of kind of inclusive energy, or kind of this energy almost with this Hermit is coming in with almost separation or withdrawal energy. You're moving back out into the bigger picture, into the bigger world, into, kind of more encompassing, or more, it's not about being introverted or extroverted, but it's almost as if, because that, sometimes we can all be each, right? Sometimes we can be more introverted, really be, homebodies, or do that kind of stuff. Sometimes we can really be extroverted, and I believe it's kind of like the masculine, feminine energy for the most part, not always. I mean, I tend to fall more introverted, but that we can encompass both, just like we can with the masculine, feminine, that we can really bring one side of that, maybe extroversion or introversion, out during specific things, or at certain times, or even when we're around people or not around people. I really believe that we do have both, which, but it seems that some of you are coming kind of out of your shell. And really, it's almost as if going from winter to summer energy, right? That winter energy, almost that hibernate energy, that hermit energy, and then moving into that energy of kind of taking back your power, right? With the Emperor, the Defender here, taking back your power, really moving into this energy of kind of being focused on more the bigger picture, or looking outside the box, or doing things a little different, or even maybe doing the opposite of stuff that you, or things that you had done in the past. It's almost as if you have moved out of this state of being very introverted, and looking like with that tunnel vision energy, but moving into that energy of really being focused and kind of creating strategy around that bigger picture. It's almost as if some of you have really come out of your shell and are ready to take on the world here. Aquarius, ready to take on the world, taking that power back, being very practical but ambitious within your life. And this is really moving you into this new kind of space that is really bringing about a victory within your life. It's almost as if you're having this huge glow up, Aquarius. You're having this huge glow up that is really creating a new dynamic within your reality. And for some of you, for some reason this is coming through. I'm not really sure why that is coming through. I'm actually looking at the book again here. I'm really not sure what, but it's almost like you're creating an alter ego. If we go back, this announces the start to a great journey. It's time to raise your gaze from the mundane day to day to that which until now has seemed beyond your grasp. Going back to this Andean or Andean cross, however you pronounce that here. It's as if you are creating almost an alter ego, Aquarius. Whatever it is that you have felt, like again, that introvert, extrovert energy coming through here. Whatever it is that you have felt, maybe you felt like you were a wallflower. For some of you, you may just be creating almost this alter ego, this energy with this cross, right? The mundane day to day to that which until now has seemed beyond your grasp. Allow the new wisdom to guide you and stop trying to make sense of it all before you respond with a resounding yes. Some of you may just be moving into this victory mode. It's like you're coming out of a darkness or that hermit mode into that authority or that power within your own life. And some of you, for some reason, what's coming through is some of you may be creating kind of an alter ego. Beyonce is coming to mind here, like that Sasha Fierce, where she maybe was shy or timid. At least that's what I have heard. Whether that is true or not, maybe do your own research on that. Right when she was younger, or when she was I believe it was performing in the church choir, that sort of thing. And when she became big Beyonce, right, the Queen Bee, she created an alter ego, which was Sasha Fierce. And as time went on, right, so when she would go on stage, she would jump into that alter ego kind of energy. Who would Sasha Fierce show up as? How would she be? How would she act? How would she dance? How would she dress? How would she sing? How would she do all of those things? But as time went by and she became more comfortable, she let that Sasha Fierce alter ego kind of fall away, and she just embodied it, right? Embodied who Sasha Fierce was. This is almost coming through as that fake it till you make it energy. Be in that energy, Aquarius. For some of you, really stepping into that. I think there's a book called, well, there's a couple books. There is a book called Atomic Habits by James Clear, which doesn't really talk about the alter ego, but it does talk about moving into kind of that energy of setting goals and having these habits around, which kind of goes hand in hand with the book. And I can't think of what it's called right now, but it's about, it's like alter ego something. If you look it up, I'm sure it'll come up. It's by a guy named, I believe his name's Todd, his first name, and I can't think of his last name. I should be more prepared, but obviously we don't know what's going to come through in the readings here, Aquarius. But it's almost as if you're creating that, and that is moving you into this Six of Wands energy, this energy of really being on the other side, having that pride, having that energy of really showing up as your BA self, right? Your badass self, and really just charging forward, having this energy of like success, right? Because you're stepping into potentially, for some of you with an alter ego, somebody that you never thought you could be, somebody, right? And then as you embody that more and more, or use it whenever is needed, like if you're going into a big conference, right? Or you're going in to do a big speech, or you're, you know, an executive, or you're, right? Hopefully you're getting what I'm putting out there. And normally you feel kind of not self-confident, or you feel as if you're very concerned about the way that you sound, or the facial expressions, or the way, right? Embody an alter ego, come up with a name, like really sit down and take this serious, look into those books, right? And get some more information, or even just Google the idea of Atomic Habits, right? And kind of creating new boundaries is basically what that one tends to be a bit about. There's a whole bunch into it, so look into that. Then also the alter ego, but look into that and move into that space of energy where you are feeling as if potentially the opposite as how maybe you show up, because that opposites came through here too. Okay, if you're feeling as if you're not showing up in the way that you want to, of course, this reading is not going to be for everybody, but there is this energy of this beautiful success energy, this beautiful energy of really, stepping out of maybe that confinements that maybe you have set for yourself, or a box or rules or what have you, and stepping into that rebel energy in a way that you can show up as, that you have made the rules for, that you have decided how that's going to show up, how you're going to show up, or how that's going to work out for you. Okay, now then with that you also have the Three of Wands. So the Wands energy showing up here in the bottom with and actually the Emperor also, because that's Aries, right? Which is Wands energy as well. So you have this, or fire energy. So you have a lot of fire energy around you here. And then you have the Hermit, which is Virgo energy. So keeping you grounded, the earth energies, right? So you have this, this fire and earthy energy, grounding energy around you within this Aquarius. So really moving you into this fire, this passion, but also kind of this rebel energy as you are Aquarius, right? But you also have that Three of Wands coming in here, and that Three of Wands is really looking at having that rapid growth and seeing that bigger picture, right? Seeing that bigger picture. That Three of Wands energy is really looking ahead, really looking at expansion, really looking at what is out in front of you, and kind of how you would like to kind of own it, right? Own your life, have that authority, have that power, have that autonomy over your own life, have that energy of really being sovereign and making the choices that you choose for yourself. And for some, we feel as if maybe we aren't able to, in the person that we are, or the labels that we maybe have taken on, or this or that. But that doesn't mean, right? This is really coming out of left field because I haven't really but uh, but we can create almost that fake it till you make it kind of energy coming through here with this Aquarius. You can create kind of that energy of who it is that you are choosing to be and choosing to show up as, and create that alter ego, step into that when you feel like you need that confidence, or you feel like you want to show up more potentially sexy or available or intelligent, however that comes through for you here, Aquarius. Create that. You can. We always think, oh, can we change that? Can we do this? Can we do that? Oh, we can't. That would be fake. But you know what? You get to show up in whatever works for you. And when you begin to embody it, even though it may feel different for certain people, and there may be people that you like tune in or let into the idea that this is what you're doing. I mean, think of Beyonce again. She talked about Sasha Fierce. She let people know about Sasha Fierce, and that she embodied Sasha Fierce when she was up on stage and during certain things. You can do that too, okay? But and then when she didn't need Sasha Fierce anymore, she let that fall away, but she still embodied who Sasha Fierce is and was for her, okay? You have future here. You may travel or host an overseas traveler soon. Either way, great social fun awaits. So super interesting. So you have social fun awaiting, yes, because you're going to be more out there. You're moving into that energy, that more kind of extroverted energy. For some of you who are already extroverts, it may just be leveling up even more social events, but also within the Andean, or you know what I'm saying here. Hopefully you guys know. I'm going to go back to that again. Within that, in the very beginning, it says the start to a great journey. So some of you may be having some future travel. Either way, that future, you're looking at the big picture. You're looking at the big picture here, Aquarius, and making choices, decisions for yourself. If you have had this energy or this feeling, I don't know why this is coming through, but it is coming through for somebody specific. It feels like that you weren't exactly happy with your body, or you had concerns about certain parts of your body. You're also your alter ego could be one that really just embraces and is completely in love with their self, with their body, right? If you have low self-esteem, that sort of thing. So that when you're going into events or situations or even to the mall, right, you feel more comfortable. But you can embody that all of the time. It doesn't have to be. Now, see, some of you too, my voice started doing that. So some of you potentially don't speak up or don't speak your truth. And so this may be something that may be beneficial for you as well. And then you have manifestations. Of course you do, because that is what you are creating throughout this, Aquarius, all the time. We're always manifesting, whether we're thinking good about ourselves, bad about ourselves, good about people, bad about people, good about our environment, good about our circumstances, good about our home, good about our bank account, bad about all of those. Whatever we're thinking, we are manifesting 24/7, no matter what. Even when we're sleeping, right, our subconscious mind is working to create, to understand, to kind of file away, to, right? So there is that energy that is always flowing around us. Now, it may be a little bit different in those hours that we are asleep, but our subconscious mind, our unconscious mind is always at work 24/7, no matter what. So there are things that are coming through. We can be manifesting answers. We can be manifesting understanding. We can ask for something right before we go to sleep. And more often than not, while we are asleep, our subconscious mind or our unconscious mind will give us the answers. In those times where it doesn't, it tends to come through in your waking hours. So if you ask for information, if you ask for advice, if you ask for support, if you ask for understanding, if you ask for clarity, all of that stuff, Aquarius, right before you go to sleep, you will manifest those answers. So we are always manifesting, okay? Manifestations, a bountiful time awaits you. Your wishes could manifest right before your eyes. Yes, of course. Okay. So that manifestation power is strong within you here, Aquarius. Use that to your benefit. Once you know, you can't go back to unknowing. And once you make a decision or you choose to embody something that may be different from you and you stick with it, Aquarius, you manifest that. You create that bigger picture. You move into that energy of really looking out from that tunnel vision. That tunnel vision is can be kind of obsessive energy, where we're obsessed about how we show up, or we're obsessed about what other people think about us, or we're obsessed about what our body looks like, or we're obsessed about the things that we say, or what we should say, or what we shouldn't say, that sort of thing. But when we move outside of that and we begin realizing that the manifestations are created by us no matter what, right? Or our thoughts, our beliefs, our feelings about ourselves, the rules that we create, the limitations we put on us can create those manifestations, right? Our future can look very bright or very bleak based on kind of how we see ourselves in our situation, the identity that we give ourselves, the rules that we put on ourselves. So if you are, in those positions and are wondering about maybe how you could kind of quantum leap yourself out of that, it may just be with creating an alter ego for yourself. But you know what? Experiment with it and also research, look into it. Just put alter ego or creating an alter ego or that into Google or into YouTube and find out more information. See if it's a match for you, because that's the message that's coming through here within this reading that Spirit wanted to come through. But the big takeaway here, Aquarius, is to stop trying to make sense of it all before you respond with a resounding hell yes. You don't have, everything doesn't have to always make sense. Sometimes illogical is the best step to take, okay? All right, I do intend this resonated with you and for you. If it did, please do hit the like button and share this video. It does help others to be able to see these messages that might not otherwise. Also, feel free to hit the subscribe button and the bell icon so you're notified every time I upload new readings. It is free for you to subscribe to the YouTube channel, and it does support the Lucky Stars community in growing and thriving. As always, I do wish you lots of hope, lots of joy, and lots of love with all of your current and future endeavors. I'll see you in the next reading.